My name is Leen Balkan and I work at Here Technologies. We are a technology company with more than 30 years of experience in the location-based content and location-based services. So you need to look at us like we know everything about the X, the Y and the Z, so the coordinates on the globe. We tie that all nicely together and we provide services and algorithms on top of that. Yeah, so as we are all about location-based content, we have been developing this over a multitude of years, of course. And we see there is a need to open up this data further, because if you think about it, a lot of industries, they're collecting a lot of data, but they do not know how to tie it together. And that is where location comes into play. So our location-based content, what we call the Reality Index, we are opening that up on the Open Location platform. And this is a cloud environment where also other companies can bring their own data, can make use of our location element, tie it together and provide more smart solutions. And it's open for a reason, because we are a neutral B2B company. So we want to enable others to create their own solutions and services, sell that into the marketplace and go for scale. And that is what we really call the marketplace. So companies coming to our environment, they can decide to keep the data for themselves, share it with others or with the public, and by doing so they can get their hands on an additional revenue stream. So this morning I explained what that means. Also, I gave a couple of concrete examples with respect to increasing the safety on the road for connected vehicles, also for fleet management, up to the fact that we have in our open location platform, we have a lot of public transit information, so that we can help citizens to get tied on the one hand to the connected vehicle and on the other hand to public transport information. Yeah, for me, smart mobility, we can only call it smart mobility if it responds to three needs. I think an increase in efficiency, so that means that the government or the transport operators need to have better insights in how their buses are being used, and that we avoid, the clear example is having empty buses driving around at night. The second example is we need to address, it needs to be sustainable, the solutions that we provide. So that means that we spread the people using those modes of transportations over buses, trams, trains, even e-bikes, so that by doing so we need less vehicles on the road, we lower the CO2 emissions and we increase the air quality. And the third one is of course public safety. Public safety, this is about the reduction of accidents on the road and avoiding deaths on the road itself. So when you have those three elements covered, that means that when I think about traffic accidents, it means you will not have any congestion anymore, which is leading to a lot of economic loss on the one hand. On the other hand, the use of healthcare, that will also become cheaper because you will avoid that element as well. So what we have done within Here, we have a sister company which is called Here Mobility, and they are really using our assets and our services to really open up the market and to provide a mobility as a service solution. So what is this about? We already have a lot of taxi companies on the road who are providing a service. We are giving them the platform to bring their rides onto the platform. We are installing kiosks in hotels and restaurants so that we can create the demand, and by doing that we are able to provide really an intermodal solution to many people. And the nice thing about SOMO is we added the social aspect to it, because people do not realize, if you for instance going to a football game, you want to meet up with your friends, so you can then already say, okay, who's all going, where do we meet up, and what is then the last point of the trip that we are going to do together. Very busy, let me start with that, but also very interesting. So a lot of conversations took place, and really starting points, in my opinion, that we will for sure continue after this event as well. But the nice thing was, it was very concrete, each one of them on very specific topics, so that's always nice to have. My most favorite part of the event so far is that I see an evolution in the discussions that took place over the last 2 to 3 years. You really see now that the solutions are becoming more concrete and more tangible. There's still a lot of open questions, that's for sure, but it's nice to see that we are making progress and becoming more concrete. What I'm looking forward to is for sure to continue all the discussions, because it's nice that you have here at this event on the one hand representatives of the OEM side, so the automotive side, on the other and the government side, and it's really by combining everything together that we will be able to make this work.